So yesterday we discussed how to tell whether or not a set of ordered pairs is a function. And today we're going to talk about how to tell whether or not a graph is a function. And it's pretty quick and easy. All you need to do is a little something called the vertical line test. Hopefully we all remember that a vertical line is a line that goes up and down. Actually, I kind of drew one that's diagonal, I guess. Straight up and down like this. And let me explain to you how that works. Let me get this out of the way, and I'll draw a graph for you. So if you have a graph, and you are able to take a vertical line, I'll make my vertical line red so it's easier to see, and you draw it through the graph, and it only hits the graph in one spot, this is what we call passing the vertical line test, which means yes, it's a function. I'm going to abbreviate there. So yes, it's fun. If you have a graph that does not pass the vertical line test, let me show you what that would look like. Okay, so something that doesn't pass the vertical line test would look a little something like this. So I draw a vertical line through this red graph, and look, it hits the graph. Ooh, I didn't do a very good job at all, did I? Of drawing a straight line. There we go. Let me use the straight line tool there. Okay, so it hit the graph right here, and it hit the graph right here. So this is what we call failing the vertical line test, which means that it's not a function. And here's why. If I look at the ordered pair for this point right here, notice it goes over 3, and it goes up 4, so it's the ordered pair 3, 4. This one down here also goes over 3, but then it goes down 3. So remember from yesterday that for something to be a function, if you have the same input, you have to have the same output. Well, look, both of these points have a 3 for the x or for the input, but this one has a 4 and that one has a -3. So they have a different output. So this is, again, not a function. So if something fails the vertical line test, it is not a function. Okay, now here's a couple examples. If you flip your paper over, there's a couple examples. I want you to pause the video, look at these pointers, run a vertical line across your graph. If it ever touches the graph more than once, it is not a function. Pause the video, write whether you think these are a function or not, and then restart the video when you're ready to check. I'm going to assume that you have already tried it yourself and that you've paused the video. So in this one, I'm going to draw a vertical line through the graph. And yep, it hits the graph there, there, and there. So it fails the vertical line test. So it is not a function. And then for the second one, I draw a vertical line, it only hits it in one place. Vertical line only hits it in one spot. So this one passes the vertical line test, so yes, it is a function.